Filthy pig.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Boomer versus Doomer. I'm Jeremy, and that's Dan the Boomer. Dan, say hello to the people, please.
Hello, listeners.
This week, it was Boomer's choice, and he chose 2025's Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Jacob Elordi as the creature, Mia Goth as Elizabeth, Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein, and Christoph Waltz as Heinrich Hollander. Boomer, if you could sum up your viewing experience, just briefly.
Briefly, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm a big fan of horror films, especially classic ones like Frankenstein, and I thought it was a good movie. I liked it a lot.
Would you say that you kind of associate with a freakishly ugly creature that is a loner?
I think we all do, Jeremy. I've known you for a long time, and so what if you're freakish? So what if you're lonely? I still accept you.
Yeah, your acceptance is what you're known for.
Yeah.
So let's start with the good. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Go. What'd you like about Frankenstein?
What I liked was it had very lavish sets and costumes. It was visually kind of stunning. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, the visuals are great. That when we see the Dark Angel,
there's so many. The casket pods. What'd you think about the casket
pod? Those were with the
I've
mask.
never seen a casket pod before.
Dude, I want to be buried in a casket pod.
Their
I'm going to be honest with you.
face was identical. Whoever did the sculpture had them, man.
No, you're right. The sets, the costumes, everything. Normally that kind of stuff just kind of, I don't pay too much attention to it as long as it's not interfering.
Well, if you're going to do Frankenstein and do it good,
they did a great
that's
job
the way
with
to
that.
do it. Yeah.
What did you think of Jacob Elordi as the monster?
Good acting, and let's clarify one thing. He was not the monster. Victor was the monster.
Well, right.
He was the creature.
Okay, but I'm going to call him the monster.
No, you got to call him the creature.
All right, I'll call him the creature
because that's how they refer to him in the movie. Even
I got
Victor. When William dies, he says, "You were the monster," and he was right.
Yeah, that was kind of on the nose, but yeah. Jacob Elordi really. It's funny. I looked up his height because I was like, God, he towers over everybody. He's 6'5", but they make him feel like he's 8 feet tall a lot of the times. Like he looks
here's
enormous.
The thing. He's almost naked throughout a lot of the
beginning.
show.
Yeah, your favorite parts. Yeah,
that's if he does it. He looks taller there than when he's got the
big
rags
cloak
on.
I thought when we first meet the monster in the beginning, where
creature.
The creature. Sorry, I'm gonna do that. You might as well not.
Because you're a monster, Jeremy.
Deep down, yes. When we first meet the creature, they're in what do they call it, the northernmost point in the world or something.
Well, let's break that down a little bit. These were Danish sailors heading for the North Pole.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yes, they were in the Arctic, and they were very. They don't give us an exact latitude, but they were high up north in latitudes.
Yeah, the introduction was cool. We see him like he's yelling, "Victor, Victor, bring me Victor," like the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's like ragdolling the guys that are shooting him, the Danish sailors.
Yes.
And then they rescue Victor Frankenstein, and then he starts to tell his tale. So we get the first part, which was Victor's tale.
From his point of view. Yeah.
And just some parts that stuck out to me there.
Between the two parts, that was the better part.
I disagree, but
okay.
I actually...
they were both good.
I like the creature's story better.
And I agree with that. But as far as the scenes and what was taking place, I preferred the first part.
Well, this has two Game of Thrones alumni. Charles Dance, who plays Victor Frankenstein's dad, Leopold Frankenstein, and I forget the guy's name now, but he played Walder Frey in Game of Thrones. He plays the old man. Yeah. I had to look it up because I was like, God, I know that voice, and it was Walder Frey.
And he played a horrible person in Game of Thrones.
He did, but he was
And he played a really nice guy in this one.
Well, and it's funny, and Charles Dance just plays Charles Dance. Like, if you're going to make a medieval show and you need an old man asshole, Charles Dance is the best you can get. There's nobody that does a better job at medieval asshole than Charles Dance. He's phenomenal. I love every second he's on screen in this.
Maybe he was he's just reincarnated.
So we get Victor's tale, we get the creature's tale, and I thought it was just more interesting from the creature's tale because, we see him like learning to speak, and he kind of forms his own opinions.
They were both good. I just preferred the first Act 1.
Victor's story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny that...
No, not the story. You're right. The second story was more interesting.
You just like the way they did it?
The way it played out. It was just more, how I am about action and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was action throughout the whole thing, but yeah.
One thing that stuck out to me is, after all that, Victor loses his leg. He loses, he's obsessed with Elizabeth, and he loses his research. He's not a good surgeon anymore. And then the creature confronts him and says, "Make me a companion." And after all of that, he's still a fucking dick. He's still just a huge, arrogant dick.
He's a monster.
Yes.
He's the monster of the movie.
Yeah.
By far.
Definitely.
Like when he says he left William behind so he could go flirt with his old lady and screw her.
Yeah.
His own brother, who he says in there he loves more than anything
itself.
on earth and life itself.
And it's like, well, no.
And he did that, and he's telling the truth. If that's what he'll do to him, what will he do to everybody else?
Yeah, exactly. He is the monster. Again, that line was a little on the nose for me, but
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else good that stuck out to you that you want to talk about?
Well, there's many things. I don't know that there's anything else I need to talk about. It was just good.
Christoph Waltz is another one. His performance stuck out, but he always plays Christoph Waltz. He's kind of like charming, but also insidious in the background, and like
he could play anything.
Yeah,
he steals the show sometimes.
Every time
they kind of held him back, I could tell on this, because he could have stole it.
Yeah, he always does. He
didn't really steal the show in this one.
He reminds me of Joaquin Phoenix, where when he's in a scene and he might not even be the focus of the scene, but he is where your attention is at.
You can't help it.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the bad. What did you not like about Frankenstein?
There was really only one part: the wolves. I know you got to take a little artistic license and stuff like that with Frankenstein and all this stuff, but wolves breaking into your house and stuff like that was just a little too much.
So the wolves committing a B&E is more of a fetch to you than the guy reanimating?
It was so the creature could see that you would be the wolves would be attacked just for being wolves, and the wolves would attack the sheep just for being sheep, and he would be attacked just for being a creature.
So I did mention the wolves in my bad too, but that's just because I thought the CGI looked pretty cheesy.
That was part of it too. So
it took me out of it.
I might have overlooked the cheesy ridiculousness of it if it wouldn't have been so obvious that it was CGI.
The bad for me, we mentioned earlier the first. You liked the first part better than the second. I like the second better, and I think the reason is Oscar Isaac as a leading man just does not do it for me. He cannot carry a movie on his own.
You don't think he carried this movie?
You know what he gives me like theater kid energy. Like his performance at times is very like I'm on a stage in Broadway, I'm in a play. He gives off a play performance at times. It's very like cartoonish, and it just for some reason he just has never. When they're on the boat and he's talking to the creature, he does a great job there. But when we're seeing him, and it's not because I understand that he's supposed to be like he's the monster and he's a dick and all that, but his just. I don't know. Theater kid energy, man. He just doesn't do it for me. He never has.
He wasn't the most outstanding thing in the movie. That's for sure.
And that's what I was wondering. Is it more that just he's on screen with Charles Dance or Christoph Waltz or people who are really just bringing it? And even Jacob Elordi, who was like a young guy, even he stuck out as like a good performance. But Oscar Isaac, I don't know. Maybe I didn't hate Poe Dameron. Maybe I just don't like Oscar Isaac. The building of the romance between, air quotes romance between Victor and his
okay, what did she just, he was so different than Victor that she just, Or was she just strange?
She is like his autistic waifu. Like he obsesses over her, and she's like, "Look at this book on bugs I've got." Like,
Yeah.
and she does.
She was
like,
kind of strange.
Yeah, Mia Goth does a good job.
She was
don't
a
get me
weirdo.
wrong. But it's just
Yeah.
like it didn't. It's like we see his infatuation with her, but she's like the only woman in the story. Like, is the other thing. Like we don't.
Well,
you know,
the little girl in the cabin.
well, right, but like
with
Victor
Grandpa.
never meets her. She's the only woman that Victor meets.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's-
right. Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. It also never felt like her and the brother are a couple. The brother, William Frankenstein, played by Felix Kramer, he, I never, when they're on screen together, they don't seem like a couple. He seems like her assistant.
Well, when the creature threw him across the room and killed him, and he was dying, she didn't even pay much attention to him. She just told the creature, "Get me out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, "Well, how's my husband?"
Well, and that whole scene, it's like, okay, Victor shooting her was really stupid. Like,
it almost, she did dive in front of him, but it's almost like Victor
he
shot
was
her on purpose.
No, she didn't dive in front of him. She was already in front of him. He just pulled out the gun and he goes, "Move," and pulls the trigger. Like, there was no hesitation.
She was off to the side. She jumped so that he wouldn't shoot her, but he did. So he wouldn't shoot him.
Well, and then he shoots her, and then like the creature grabs her, and then is walking away. And nobody tries to stop him. Like, okay, we saw how strong he is, but then Victor grabs a gun off of the rack. It's right there.
And why grab a gun? How many times have you shot him?
Yeah, but it kind of knocks him out. It seems, but it just
For a second.
Victor also doesn't know that, but the the monster comes to him and he wants a girlfriend, and
Well, he says a companion.
a companion, right?
If he wanted, if knowing Victor like we know him, he would have made him. And when the creature walked in, it'd be a dude, a fat, ugly dude.
Well, he could give him an ugly. He just wants a friend. He just friend.
That's not where you were going. You were saying.
Well, right, but
and
like
then-
he said, companion. There's a
Yeah.
reason he didn't say a bro. But it's like this guy.
Okay,
has,
well, here's the thing. Elizabeth is dead. No, I thought Elizabeth was dead. Okay, and I thought Victor was dead. I rewatched the whole movie. It's undefined. Both of them could be alive. No, she's dead. Okay,
She's
she
dead
is
and he's dead at the end. What are you talking
well,
about?
no,
Yeah, he's
got
definitely
his
dead.
eyes closed. But they sailed away with him in there. He could still be alive, and he could make Elizabeth into a creature because she's in the frozen cave being kept
preserved. Yeah,
preserved.
I mean that's an option if they do a sequel.
It's kind of like they set it up that way.
Yeah, but here's what I don't get is he asked Victor for a companion, and
Yeah.
the creature has like a child's mind. Just lie to him. I lie to my kids all the time.
Not only that, yeah, he would
Just
be,
say,
yeah.
well, no, I used magic, and now magic is
Well,
gone.
see, but that's not Victor. Victor's only lies to
Yeah,
himself.
he's a prick,
He only
yeah.
lies to himself. He doesn't lie to anybody else.
Well, and another bad thing was sometimes the dialogue is just on the nose, like you said earlier. You're the monster, Victor. It's like, okay, that's a little. We get it without you show us. Don't say it.
well,
they didn't have to
let
say
us
it.
know that
The brother got
William
it.
knew what was going on his whole life.
You're fire, Victor. You're conflagration. Like stuff like that. It just
Yeah.
Well,
Mary Shelley, Frankenstein,
Mary Shelley.
Shelley.
It's Shelley.
You're always, that's so racist of you to make fun of my accent,
Oh,
Jeremy.
sorry. Yeah, my bad. Del Toro, again, I love Guillermo del Toro. He's made great movies. He made the greatest movie of all time, Pacific Rim, Fight Me. He also made Pan's Labyrinth. He's made a bunch of stuff. He loves this, like, monster
I'm glad he
romance.
finally made a good movie.
You're out of your mind. Okay, Boomer. What do you give Frankenstein 2025? Go.
I give it a wear a diaper.
5 stars.
Yeah.
The Boomer's first 5-star movie? Are you serious?
I told you I'm a horror fan. I love Frankenstein.
We watched like 12 horror movies in the last month, and none
this
of
is
them.
classic horror.
This came out like 2 weeks ago. A week
she
ago.
wrote it 215 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, but this isn't like
It's one of the first science fiction novels ever.
Yeah, but it's not a note for note retelling of the story.
It's pretty close.
You know, I haven't read that book in like 20 years. I think the De Niro one is the closest to the actual.
Yeah, but it's got De Niro in it.
Yeah, and Jacob Elordi is a much prettier monster than Robert De Niro. So I could see why that's more in your wheelhouse.
And not as stupid.
But 5-star. Okay, wow. I never thought. I honestly thought you were just holding out for some piece of schlock to give a 5-star.
Well, you know, Jeremy, to some people, this is a piece of schlock.
Well, and with that, let's get to my review. I give me back my money. 2 out of 5.
Okay.
I was on the fence between 2 and 3. What put it at the 2 was the cheesy ending. Him like standing there and the light hitting him, and it's like, okay, well,
Once again, like the book.
Cheesy. Just it was sappy. It was sappy, and
Well, you a little while ago said didn't hold true to the book, and now you're bitching because it is holding true to the book.
well, I don't remember enough of the book. I read the book 20
You are the
plus
monster.
years ago.
You're the monster. I'm the creature. You're the monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you would be the
Yes.
disfigured monster in the movie. So okay, Boomer's first 5 stars. 2025's Frankenstein. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Which one of us do you agree with? Are you an inept old man like the Boomer and you think that it was a perfect movie? Let us know. Boomer, do you have anything else to say to the people?
Yeah, I want to see who's in the creature tent and who's in the monster tent.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye.